He comes. Good morning, everyone, and I stand on the protocol that's already been established. I know you have not come to hear me, so I will be as quick as I can so that the person that you have come to hear can be heard. The 2011-2012 school year began with a bang after the passage of Hurricane Ike through the Bahama Islands. This storm abbreviated the week that is customarily used by administrators to prepare for teachers who would be arriving the week after. Unfortunately, Mr. Keith Barr, last year's principal, left and headed to St. George's High School, and I was introduced to the staff as the new principal by Mrs. Sandra Edgecombe, who at that time was the district superintendent for Grand Bahama. Our district superintendent eventually became Mrs. Mary Cooper, but joining me as a new Blue Jay was Mr. Ivan Butler, who serves as the vice principal here, and Mrs. Coral Johnson, who is our senior mistress. We got to work, and at the end of the orientation week, 4 goals were determined to be our focus. 1, the development of a professional environment, the improvement of the technical vocational program, improvement to the school's infrastructure, and an emphasis on academic excellence. We've been successful in some regard, but there's still much room for improvement. It was determined that the pride that was once evident on this campus, for those who are former Blue Jays who know how proud it was to be called a Blue Jay, it was evident that we needed to do some work in regaining that. And one of the things that we were able to do was to focus on restoring Blue Jays' pride, and that is what we did this year. We were able, in October, our senior boys team, they were able to win the Baltimore Tip-Off Classics. That's been mentioned before. That's the first time that had ever happened on this side of Grand Bahama. And we celebrated in grand style with a motorcade, and we're really thankful for all of those persons who made that happen. We were successful on several levels in sports. I won't re-express those had already been said. But I would like to mention Khadisha Heald, who was an 11th grade student who qualified for the Carifta team this year and was a part of that 4x100 meter team that won gold. We had 2 of our students, Therese Stubbs and Chamal Allen, who were added to the junior boys national team. So we are very proud of them for establishing us in such a way. Naomi Farrington, an 8th grade student, she was successful at winning the national essay competition that focused on drug prevention. She would have won from schools all across this country, and we're really proud of her. I'd like to direct your attention to the banner that is right behind us. That banner would have been designed and would have been worked on by quite a number of our students. We have Jord Ash, one of our graduates, Rubner Gustav, and we had other students who were very instrumental in designing and in creating it, preparing it for today. Those young persons really have a lot of talent, and we pray that they utilize that to the best of their ability. 8 Mile Rock High School was also a part of the expansion of the local government junior council, and our students nominated, and with the parliamentary registration department's help, we actually undertook the election of 9 councillors and those persons are functioning. They've actually performed a few duties around the school, and we're really appreciative of them. We participated in Junior Junkanoo. We went out as a fun group, but we were able to win the best music category. Our students are extremely talented in very many ways. Our teachers have really been supportive in those events. National arts, we had persons like Miss Connolly, Miss Gardner, Miss Colby. Those persons took their time, their talent, and they helped to put into those students who did extremely well. We had 4 of our students who became members of the IT cadet program that was just started this school year. And we're hoping that in 3 years they will graduate and continue to be successful in that way. We're appreciative of some community partners. I would like to name a few today, because there are a lot of times we don't get to call their names like that. The shipyard started a project. We are still waiting for the completion of it, but they have started that project in the back with the sports facility, so hopefully we can get a little move on so we can actually see the end of it. We'd like to thank the pastor of Community Holiness Church that's right out the corner there, Pastor Gardner, who's been supportive in helping us with 1 or 2 of our students who we've had to send to him. At Bethel's Deliverance Center, we would like to thank Pastor Julian McMinns. They have helped us with a suspension program. If we've had to send students out, they've been able to assist us in ensuring that those students were properly supervised and that they were also getting some level of counseling. We appreciate that. Reverend Lindy Russell, he was extremely instrumental in restoring the air conditioning that we now enjoy today. In October of last year, we had an electrical fire that fortunately only destroyed the box. We had been without air conditioning in this place from then to now. In fact, up until yesterday, this place had not been cooled other than for the sake of a cold front. So we're really appreciative of Reverend Russell's efforts in ensuring that that got done and that you are as comfortable as you are today. We want to thank Mr. Brad Fox, and there's a Christian group of athletes who came and they assisted us in improving some of the areas. They helped us paint around the campus and really worked with our students for a few days. We want to thank Director Sands, who through Mr. Coleman Andrews was able to give us some paint to help with that. We had some prayer groups who every day they cover this school in prayer. And we have had to call them in a few times, and they have helped us when we have called. They have prayed even when we haven't called. And we are always mindful of the fact that God's cover is the most important that we need. We want to thank our community police officers, especially Inspector DeVoe, and also ASP Pickstock, who has since been removed and moved into another area. But we're really thankful for what they have done, although the last few days you wouldn't think that we had been successful with anything. At this point, I just want to say something to that. Yesterday and the day before, we had a lot of unrest on the streets, because it's a work in progress, but we have to begin changing the mindset of our students. The end of school doesn't mean that all things are ended. All it means is you're taking a break and you're coming back. But we have to be a little more responsible in how we behave on the streets, because they are representing 8 Mile Rock High School always. There are some challenges that we have. One, main thing is infrastructure. We're the oldest high school on this island, which means that like an old car, when you fix one thing, another thing breaks down. And we have always been going through this. We fix one bathroom, then the other one breaks down. We fix a roof here, then another thing happens there. So we are hoping that we can begin to see some kind of improvements within the infrastructure here, so that as we continue to move forward and as we continue to provide the type of education that is necessary for the students of West Grand Bahama, that we are at the same standard as those schools in Freeport and anywhere else in this Commonwealth. The second challenge that I'd like to publicly state is what appears to be very little respect that seems to be given to the needs of students of West Grand Bahama. I don't know about you, but as a Bahamian, I feel it's my right to get the same entitlement that everybody else gets. And I believe our students are no less deserving. And that's with resources, facilities, etc., etc. We have had an auto mechanics teacher who is retired and no replacement has been given for, which means that our auto mechanics program is basically dead. We've had other persons who have left and who have not been replaced, which means that the technical vocational area, which Grand Bahama is most known for, unfortunately at this school we cannot support very well. So we need support in that. Parents, I am so happy that you are here in such goodly numbers. You didn't come for me. You may not even have come for the graduates, but you came, so I'm going to tell you what I have to say now because I don't know when I'm going to see you again. We need your support. This school needs your support. We need you at the times when this school is at its most critical point. We need you to help us make your children the best on this island and potentially the best in the country. We cannot do it by ourselves. We need your support. And we've been extremely lacking in that way. The way forward, we believe, and I have said this, and I believe it, we believe that 8 Mile Rock High School will be the premier destination for academic excellence on the island of Grand Bahama. I said that to some parents and they looked at me as if I was saying something out of the way. I believe that. And we, as far as we're concerned, once we have the means by which to get it done, it is going to happen. But some tough decisions are going to have to be made that serve the best interests of our students. Forget about Dwayne Higgins. Forget about any individual. Schools are built for children. They are built to improve the lives and the quality of their lives. We have to do everything in our power to ensure that 10 years from now, these young people are productive, creative, producing the best standards in this country. But we have to make tough decisions to have that happen. In the new school year, we plan to focus on the improvement of the teaching and learning process at this school. We were so thankful that the Minister of Education, in his speech earlier in the week, spoke about his concern for what's happening in the classrooms. We are thankful that he is on board with what we had already been heading towards. So this school, at this school, we want to see our teaching and learning process improve. But like I said, we're going to have to make some tough decisions. We need your support to motivate our boys to become leaders in this community in particular and the country in general. I'm going to give you a very startling reality check, and then I'm going to basically be out of your way. We have approximately 70 students who are graduating this year. 46 out of 56 girls are graduating. 46 out of 56. That means we lost 10 of them approximately. And the numbers I'm giving you won't add up to 70, but at the end of the day it will. Out of 60 boys, 22 are graduating. That's only 37% of them. Parents, we need your help. There is no way your daughter is going to find a husband if he is unable to function in any way other than producing babies. There is no way. We have to find a way to motivate them so that they are able to give us the quality that we know that they have. We have to do it. There are too many of them in this 12th grade year who could have been a part of the same class, but for some reason or the other, they just fell by the wayside. Our job has to be to arrest that and to direct this community in the way it should go. I say to this class, as you leave, once again, I express my sincere appreciation for having had you for 1 year. And I wish you all the best as you move forward. But I want to say to you that as you move forward, bear in mind the things that you've learned. Be respectful of yourself, adults, and your peers, and you are going to be successful. Without respect, you will not be successful. I said that to you on Sunday, and I'm saying it to you again. Respect is the order of the day. I release you to the world. Make your contributions known. Be the success that Mr. Theok spoke of. He sat where you sat, but now he is in a different capacity, but still giving back. I release you. So on behalf of this administration, we declare, before I get all sidetracked, I release you. Do well.